Okay, so here we're going to review just basic trig ratios. First thing first, you need to make sure that you are dealing with a right angle triangle. If you're not dealing with a right angle triangle, you can't use your friendly tool of SOH CAH TOA. Here, we're clearly dealing with a nice right angle triangle, so we can use SOH CAH TOA. We're asked to find angle theta. We're given two sides here, 6 and 11. We need to figure out what these sides are in relation to this angle theta. Well, we know that this here is the opposite side, seeing as it's opposite angle theta. We know that this side here is the hypotenuse, as it's opposite the 90-degree angle, or the right angle. So we know the opposite and the hypotenuse. Which of these three do we use? Well, we're going to use sine, because it's opposite over hypotenuse. So the sine of angle theta equals the opposite side, which is 6, over the hypotenuse, which is 11. Whenever we're asked to find an angle, we're going to use the inverse. So we have theta equals sine inverse of 6 over 11. We're going to use our friendly calculator, open that guy up. 6 divided by 11, sine inverse. Here we get theta equals 33.1 degrees. Good. So, next example. Same idea. We're asked to find angle theta. We're given a right angle triangle, so we know we can use our basic trig ratios. So we can use SOH CAH TOA. We have these two sides here. We need to figure out what these two sides are in relation to angle theta. We know that this here is our opposite side, this is our hypotenuse, and this is then our adjacent. So we know the opposite and we know the adjacent side. So we're going to use, in this case, tan. Tan theta equals 9, which is the opposite side, over 14, the adjacent. Theta equals tan inverse of 9 over 14. Open up your calculator. We're going to add 9 divided by 14 equals, take the tan inverse of that, 32.7. Theta equals 32.7 degrees. Good. Two more. So this one here, instead of being asked to find an angle, now we're being asked to find a side. Thankfully, we're given an angle, and we're given one side. We also know that it's a right angle triangle, so again we can use SOH CAH TOA. So we take our given angle, which is angle C equals 52 degrees. We need to figure out what this side is in relation to angle C, which we can see clearly it's the opposite, and this side down here is the adjacent. Well, so we're going to use tan again. So the tan of 52 degrees equals x, it's our unknown side, over the adjacent side, 12. We're going to rearrange, solve for x, so we get x equals 12 times the tan of 52 degrees. Open up our calculator. 52 tan times 12 equals 15.4. X equals 15.4. So the length of side x, 15.4. One more. Again, we have a right angle triangle. No problems then. We can use our basic trig ratios. So I write down SOH CAH TOA. We're given angle A. We know that it's 62 degrees. We know the opposite side. And we know in this case that we want to find, the hypotenuse, which is y. Well, opposite, hypotenuse, we know we're dealing with sine this time. So the sine of 62 degrees is going to equal the opposite, which is 15, over the hypotenuse, y. This is a little bit trickier because we have our unknown in the denominator, but really it's just one little extra step. So first off, I'm going to bring the y over, so we get y times, let me just erase that, y times the sine of 62 degrees equals 15. Then I'm going to bring the y over so I can get, I'm going to bring the sine of 62 degrees over so I can get y by itself. We get y equals 15 divided by the sine of 62 degrees. Open up a calculator again. We get 15 divided by 62 sine equals y equals 17, let's say. So y equals 17.0. There's our angle, or sorry, side y. So that is essentially all the possibilities that you could get, all the basic possibilities that you could be dealing with your basic trig ratios. Finding an angle, finding a side, and the trickiest it might get is finding a side where you have the unknown in the denominator. But like I said, that's just the same idea, just a little bit more complicated, one extra little step. So make sure you practice questions for both, where you're asked to find the angle and ones where you're asked to find the side. Okay, that's it. Sayonara.